Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the farm. Beautiful day. Obviously, from the start of this video, you guys can tell that the piglets have moved to a different spot on the farm. Obviously, we're gonna take you over there, but I'm doing something that I need to get used to doing after every time we get the pigs out, and that is cleaning out stalls. So by the time we need to put pigs back in here, it is ready to go. So we already did this half of the barn. You guys remember, got it all cleaned up nice. Obviously there's gonna be dust. It's windy today, dust is blowing everywhere. But we're gonna clean up this side of the barn as well. Just so this spring, when we need to, or we need it, the barn will be ready for more mamas and more piglets. Right, clean that hose up before we reel it all the way up. And we've got a relatively clean barn. I'm sure some people ask, why in the heck would you spray all that wood down? But we just like to get all that dust, knock that dust down. It's nice and breezy out today. It's gonna dry out pretty nice. And we are basically all set for next season, and that is a good feeling, because if you guys remember some of the last ones after I take the pigs out, I don't get those cleaned out, but we are cleaned and ready to go, and the barn is now shut down for the winter. I'm sure you guys remembered the real stars of the show. The mamas that we moved are over here smitten sunbathing a little bit, enjoying life. Here is Delilah, and they are drying up nicely, and that is what we always look forward to. How you doing, Delilah? Is drying up nice and not having any issues. And we've never had any issues with mamas drying up, but you always want to check them just to make sure. How you doing too, Luis? How you doing? Still getting a little bit of grass here and there where you can, and she is dried up nicely as well. So mamas will be going back here shortly, and now my not really worry, but we want to give the barn time to heal. Obviously nothing's going to be growing here, so I want to wait a little bit later in the spring so we actually have some grass growing and all this manure. If we have to, we can come in and rake, but all this manure will be, the rain will pack it down and wash it away. We'll have nice grass growing before we put mamas back in. But let's head over and we'll check out where we moved the piglets. Now, we were gonna come right here, and that would have been an easy move, but these piglets are gonna be heading in with the meat herd. And so we wanted to get them kind of over by the meat herd, so our next few moves with them will be a little easier. So let's go check them out. All right, here is where we moved the piglets. Now Jamie and I dewormed them all, and then we loaded them up in the trailer and moved them over here. And I'm finally getting over whatever junk I had, so it's just easier to get that done and not have to videotape it. But it's right across from where the chickens are, which is also the brooder barn. And there's a few reasons we did this. One, I can hook this charger up to power if we start losing sun and I need to get some charge on this fence. So that was the initial one. And number two is all these leaves kind of work as a mulch, help keeping it dry if we get a bunch of rain, snow, sleet, whatever. And also we can move right next door a couple times, and then we'll be moving back to where the meat pigs are, which is back here. And so that makes that move easier. But we did get a pigloo in here, and they have been going up in here at night, and it's nice to see that there is no poop in here. Sometimes they'll come to one end and poop on the other end, but they are not doing that right now. So let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, right around 17. They're checking out the area, and they have adjusted well to life in here. They've been in here about 2 days. Here's our buddy, this nice old boar here, the one I talked about last video, that is still intact and still super friendly, as you can see. But they are just enjoying life, and then you can see, let's see if these two let me get close to them. They're over here just rooting down underneath these leaves, finding any nuts or anything that they would like to chew on. I won't get too close to you, bud. I'll tell you, after you pick these pigs up, castrate the pigs, they're not your biggest fans, and I totally understand that. So we got to spend a little bit of time in here, gain their trust again. What are you doing? You just hanging out by this tree? I see you're chewing on maybe some acorns that are left over there. But this is a nice spot for them. You see that pig romping around over there. I think we have a total of 4 fences. And this was the area Jamie's mom and I started cleaning out. You can see the trees down there. We still got to pull out. We got a little brush pile, but that doesn't bother the pigs any. But they can go a long ways around in here and do what pigs do, which is explore, root around just a little bit, and have fun. And the best part is they're ripping this up for us a little bit and also starting to fertilize this area for us. Now I have to be aware, once they start rooting, I got to be aware that they don't push too many leaves up onto the fences. But at this point, it's normally the bigger ones that do more of that kind of stuff. So this will be totally fine for them. Now we may keep them in here 2 or 3 weeks. It's just one of those things where you take a look at the area, see how it's doing, see the manure load on the area, and then use your best judgment whether to get them off or keep them on. But as you can see, they're rooting around, having a blast. My mother-in-law loves looking out the back windows and seeing the pigs. And like I said, after picking them up a few times, nobody really likes to see me around here, except you. You don't mind, do you? Yeah, you gonna fall over in that bucket? Yeah, might as well. Here, let's get that out of the way. Then you can just, it wasn't me, that was you. You fell in there, I didn't throw you in there. Yeah, this guy. It's a good idea to keep him intact. He's a good little pig, and more importantly, rather than just being friendly and nice, he's solid, nice straight back on him, and he looks good. So we'll walk over here one more time, but I guarantee you they're gonna walk away because they think I'm gonna try and pick them up again. But some of these guys are almost leaves are just about as tall as the pigs, but they are enjoying the spot. And I was worried that maybe they would try to test the fence, and that's why I wanted to move them away from the farrowing barn, because that's been their home their whole life. And so I figured they'd want to try and run back into that area, which has happened before. So I wanted to get them far enough away that they didn't see that area. And this has worked very nicely. So we'll spend some time in here with these guys, and they'll get used to us again. We've stated a lot that these pigs are the most skittish at this age for the most part, and they don't like being up off their feet, and we've had them up off their feet a few times to deworm, to castrate, to move, and so they're a little leery because they don't want to get picked up again, and I can't really blame them. So we'll head back here, check out the eventual pen mates that they're gonna have, and that's back here with the meat herd. So let's go check out and see how they're doing today. What you rooting at there? Huh? What is it? So we're heading back a different direction than normal, and this is the path that we've made back here through the woods. And eventually, this is the goal, to have enough of this cleared out that we can move through here, and more importantly, move animals through here. Tractor is now fixed. I don't remember if I told you guys the tractor was messed up, but we've got that fixed now, so I'll be back here clearing out some of this stuff. We talked about someone came in and knocked a whole bunch of it down and just left it. So we'll be clearing a lot of this stuff here shortly. With this weather that we're having, it is beautiful, so it's a great time to get out here and start clearing up this woods. And this is the next spot that I'm going to be coming into. I've got most of it cleared out. I just got to get this edge over here. But it's nice to be able to get through and use these woods, and we've been working on it for 2-3 years now. Just a little at a time, obviously not every day out here working on it, but this is where the meat pen was last, and you can see where they are now. And I do love coming back here with these pigs, sitting in the woods, watching them do their jobs. And they think a treat is always coming, but it's not always food. Sometimes it's just pets. Hi, pigs. Hi, pigs. And you can see these ones are a lot bigger. And for the most part, they don't mind me touching them. The older they get, it just seems like the more chill they are and don't really care. And it's not like we come in here and sit in here for hours with them. They just know that we're the people that bring the food. So we tend to have a little bit of a favorite. They show us a little favoritism because normally we're bringing the food. So anyway, guys, it's Christmas Eve when you're gonna see this video. Can't believe it's almost Christmas here. It's gonna be 60s on Christmas and beautiful weather. Hey, you didn't miss nothing. You didn't miss nothing. So anyway, don't forget, Jesus is the reason for the season, the best gift that we could have. I hope you guys are having a fantastic holiday season. Hope you're able to spend it with family and whoever you're with. I hope you're enjoying it. So as always, we appreciate you guys following along. I've got quite a crew here vying for my attention. Don't forget to make the change, and we'll see you on the next video.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.